Well, hey friends, and welcome to our backyard homestead. Today we are going to be doing some fall planting. I've got some fruit trees here that we're going to plant, and then we're going to go harvest a bunch of tomatoes. It is starting to get kind of cold. It's a fall day, overcast, but I probably won't need this long after I'm digging up a hole. But anyways, I'm so excited to have you guys join us, so let's get digging. So we went to the nursery yesterday and we got 2 fruit trees. I wanted to get so many more. I might get some more in the spring, but I didn't want to go too crazy because hopefully we can keep these alive during the winter. So I got an Alberta peach tree. And then I also got a Honeycrisp apple tree. So for pollinating, you want several varieties, especially of apple trees, so they can pollinate each other. The neighbors just over there have there's a bunch of apple trees over there. So I'm not too worried about pollination for the Honeycrisp. This peach tree should be self-pollinating. I wanted to get some pear trees and cherry trees and so many more and a couple other varieties of apples, but these are kind of expensive. They're about $60 each, and I didn't want to buy a ton yet because I'm not sure where everything's going to be. So I just thought I would start out with 2, and then maybe in the spring we'll plant some more. So yesterday we planted garlic for the first time. I'll show you some footage of that. So what I'm thinking for these fruit trees, because we have, let me show you, our garden area over there, and we're going to be extending it all the way to the rocks. So we'll even have a bigger garden. And then over here on this side of the yard, we have a pretty big chicken area. So we're going to utilize this space as much as possible. I think we have enough room to plant at least 2 trees in here. So I'm going to plant 1 peach tree in here, and then the apple tree I'm going to plant over there. And then if we decide to do some more planting of trees, we have a little bit more space in the chicken run and then some other areas. But like I said, I didn't want to go crazy. So let's go ahead and get started. I went to Home Depot and I got some of this tree and shrubs garden soil. I don't know. I wanted some compost, but this is kind of all they had. I kind of wanted organic too, but I guess this is just gonna have to do for now. So there's the area. We're going to do the peach tree, and then over here we're going to be doing the apple tree. My thought is we can kind of stand up there and pick some of the apples that grow up and kind of hang over. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start and jump right in.
Okay, ready?
Yep, open the gate and I'm gonna pick up the tree. Ooh, heavy. I think we're coming. Chickens are taking advantage of us digging in the dirt, scratching for worms and bugs. This is a huge project. We're gonna be digging a while.
Yep.
Our soil is so rocky. It seemed like every time we dug the shovel in there, we would hit some sort of rock, whether big or small. It was really difficult. So I ended up getting out the pickaxe to just break up the dirt a little bit, so that way I can shovel it out a lot easier. So this is all the further we got. There's a sprinkler pipe there. Thankfully we didn't hit it and break it. I saw it peeking through and was able to uncover it safely. Actually, I did end up hitting it, and the next morning after the sprinklers ran, the hole was completely filled with water, so we had to shut off the water, wait for it to drain. We got a bunch of rain, so it took quite a while for it to drain, and then Simeon was finally able to fix it. I think we still need to go bigger. I'm exhausted. Look at all the rocks we pulled out. We have so many rocks, such rocky soil. How deep would you say that hole is?
2,000, it's really steep. I'm just joking.
Okay, I'm gonna water the trees because they need watering, and then we're gonna go pick some tomatoes. And the chickens are having a field day. wind picked up and it's starting to rain. Oh, it's gonna be cold tonight. I think we're supposed to get a little bit of snow too. Yikes. We have got to pick tomatoes. Let's do it. Are you up for picking tomatoes in the rain?
So we have about 20-ish tomato plants in here. We have some beefsteak, Roma, and heirloom purple tomatoes. They've produced really well. However, you'll notice that some of the tomatoes in the cages have blown over just because they're so big. I didn't realize I was supposed to prune some of these so that way they're not so bushy. It's kind of just one big tomato bush in this whole area. So I can't wait till next year so I can prune them and have a little bit nicer in the area so I don't have to dig through for tomatoes so much. It started raining on us and it started getting really cold and windy, so we were trying to pick as fast as we could. But I knew that if I left anything on the vines that was anywhere near being ripe, I would not be able to can them. So I made sure I got all that. I'm not big into green tomatoes, at least I haven't experimented with them, so I just left all the green ones and we picked anything that had a little bit of red on it.
At how much we picked. We did pick a few green ones, and we did go ahead and pick all the ones that are like starting to ripen, because I think these will go ahead and ripen on the counter, but the ones that were green we just left out there. So we've got tons of purple tomatoes. Look how big that is. We got lots of purple tomatoes, and then look at all these peppers. There's a few tomatoes at the bottom, but there are tons of peppers in here and a few peppers in here. So some of them actually did turn red. These are all relatively smaller. We picked a bunch of red and giant green ones. When was that? Like 3 or 4 weeks ago. You can see some red ones down in there because I left these ones hoping that they would turn red and get bigger, but we needed to pick them off because, like I said, I think we're supposed to get a little bit of snow showers tonight. Oh my goodness, I'm exhausted. I'll probably just leave these and worry about these tomorrow. I look terrible. I am so tired from digging the hole. I don't know. I have to see if Simeon thinks it's deep enough. We might have to go a little bit deeper, and I think we got to go around a little bit more. We're definitely not going to dig more with the apple tree because it's starting to rain out there. The wind is picking up and it's starting to get really cold. It is 4:30 and I need to get dinner going, and I also have some sourdough bread in the oven that is rising, so I need to get that all taken care of. So it's just another day on our little backyard homestead. So it is several days later and Simeon fixed the pipe. So we're gonna go ahead and plant this tree. I've been watering it a lot so it doesn't die. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and plant that. I told Simeon, I was like, I am so sorry I hit the pipe. If I knew how to fix it, I would fix it. And Miles, he's like, Mom, all you do is you get a saw, you cut on either side of the pipe, and you get a new piece, and you put it on, you glue it on. From a 6-year-old, right, buddy? So, yes. So it's been a while since we started digging this hole. It filled up. It took a long time for it to drain, and then we got a bunch of rain, and then we got snow. So finally, we are going to plant this poor tree, and the apple tree right here. Poor thing. I haven't even started digging the hole for that one. I'm exhausted. I don't even know if we're gonna get this guy in before it gets too cold. But today we're just doing the peach tree. I will post a picture on Instagram when I get this tree planted because I want to get this video uploaded and don't want you guys to have to wait for this tree. I don't know. We're gonna be working on this tree slowly, but today let's finish that peach tree.
I'm gonna go ahead and add this whole entire bag to the hole, and then I'll mix it around with the dirt that's currently in there. I'll measure and see how much more I need to add before I put my tree in there, just so that way it's right at ground level. We have this soil screener that we made for our garden last year because, like I said, we have such rocky soil. We have tons of tiny rocks. We have ginormous rocks. So we're gonna just fill the dirt back in. It was kind of wet and clumped together, so it took a little bit of work to kind of get it through the screen. And we were able to get beautiful soil filled in our hole, and then I just scraped the rocks off. We scooped those into a bucket and put them along the fence line so the chickens don't dig under and get in the neighbor's yard. Speaking of the chickens, we had to lock them up in their run for about a week while this project was going on because they had so much fun scratching in the dirt. They ended up filling quite a bit of it back in, and so we had to dig it out and lock the chickens up.
So we finally got the tree in, and I've got this chicken wire around it, or hardware cloth, so that way the chickens don't scratch up that area. I'm gonna cover it with some mulch, but yeah, we're just cleaning up the rest of the rock mess, and then we're gonna let the chickens out. They've been in there for about a week, and they're not happy. They are watching us and squawking at us because they want to get out. So we're watering the tree. This is not ideal.
The reason why we're watering it this way is because the hose is connected to the farthest spigot, because the closer one does not have a nozzle or a handle nozzle thing to turn it on. So I was trying really hard to aim it in there, but we ended up just filling up some buckets and watering it that way because this kind of didn't really work out that well.
Are you ladies ready to come out?
Are you ladies ready to come out?
They have not been out. Where's Seiji? Oh, she's eating. See, what are they gonna do? They're gonna scratch at the freshly turned up dirt. There's my peach tree. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.